Hello everybody on YouTube, how you guys doing? This is going to be my first ever review on a device per se. So this is going to be quite a long video. But anyways, let me get into it. This phone is the Htc Desire 601. It goes for about $279.99 on VirginMobileUSA.com. It was $199.99 at Radio Shack, but that deal's over. This device is 4G LTE capable as well as 3G, and it works really good. So we're gonna go around the device here. You have a 4.5 QHD display, resolution I believe is 540 by 960. It does have a 0.3 megapixel, or basically VGA front-facing camera, a 5 megapixel camera in the back with LED flash, noise canceling mic right next to it. At the bottom, you have your micro USB charge port. Nothing on the left side. Right side, you have volume rockers. Top is 3.5mm headphone jack with the power button. This device, to get the backing off, because it does have a removable battery, you just pry your finger into the USB charge port area. Just kind of like pull up, snap off. There it is, NFC chip. And the battery itself is a 2100 milliamp hour battery. If you guys want to locate that, it's pretty hard to see. But right above this barcode, right about where my thumb is at, it basically says 2100 milliamps. So this is where your 4G LTE SIM card goes, micro SD card. So that's, well, micro SD card right there, and SIM card right here for 4G LTE connectivity. Just pop this battery back in, snap the backing on, power this sucker up. I got a couple of devices here for reference with this device. So let's power it on. And there we go. Leave it right there to turn on. A couple of things about this device. It has a 1.4 gigahertz dual core Snapdragon 400 CPU with an Adreno 305 GPU. It's got about 1 gig of RAM. The device itself is running 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. It is supposed to be getting the 4.4.2 KitKat update sometime in March. It's an integration right now with HTC, so I'll get the KitKat update along with Sense 5.5. Right now it's running Sense 5, and Sense 5 has actually been pretty pleasant compared to TouchWiz that I'm normally used to TouchWiz. So some other things here. Now I'm going to reference it with the Evo 3D that I got right there, as you guys can see, or basically on Virgin Mobile, the Evo V4G. The device itself, not too shabby, taller than it, way thinner, as you guys can see right there. But putting it on top, they're about the same width. Yeah, same width, just shorter, 4.3 to 4.5. Real estate. By the way, I didn't say it, but it does have 8 gigs of internal storage with 4.46 gigabytes usable to the user. Let me pop the Galaxy S2 out of a casing so you guys can pretty much see it compared to the Galaxy S2 on Virgin Mobile. So here's the S2 on the right, the Desire on the left. They are, well, the Desire is just a tad bit taller. Thickness wise, the S2 is a little bit thicker. Let's see, side by side, a little thicker. So S2 is whiter, just a tad bit. You guys can see that chrome right there is from the S2. The S2 is shorter. Yeah, so couple of things that this device does really well, and that's let me put my code in, and that is, went to messaging. Its BlinkFeed is amazing. I love this BlinkFeed. Not only just that, like your Facebook and Twitter stuff like that pretty much get updated, but you can add stuff to it. Like right here I have mobile technology science, and I get the latest updates, news and stuff like that from, like, The Verge, Android Authority, Techno Buffalo. So it's all right here. Get my news just right there on my home screen. It reminds me so much of KitKat's Google Now launcher. So you can pretty much add screens. This is like the basic screen right here, and you can add more just by simply adding an application, and you can add a panel, and it's pretty much open. But when you press the home button, it brings you back to your BlinkFeed page. One thing I love about this is that you can have like your weather and time right there. You go to BlinkFeed, you have your time and weather right there, and when you go to the app drawer, you have your time and weather. So it's yeah, you get your information from wherever. You can pretty much change this up, the app drawer. You could customize it. Grid size, you can have it 3x4 or 4x5. Tilt that so you guys can see it. Just on your preference. I like 4x5. 3x4, it's pretty narrow, but I don't know. Well, let me just throw in the 3x4 so you guys get the idea. There you go. 3x4. But yeah, this thing does come with Virgin Mobile bloatware, unfortunately. So right now, as far as ROM development, because I do plan to root and install recovery and soft this device and unlock the bootloader. But as of right now, there's they have this new security thing where if you successfully root this device, if you remove any of the bloatware, it actually locks the phone. So yeah, for those who decide that they're going to go and root this device and try to get rid of the bloatware, don't do it just yet. There are developers that are working on it right now to try and get a deodexed bloat-free custom stock ROM for this. To me personally, I don't really see myself actually wanting to use AOSP on this device, just because Sense 5 and everything, it's pretty awesome. It does have the front dual speakers, as you guys can see right there. There's one on top, also right there, and right there. It has dual speakers. It does not have Beats audio, but it has Htc boom sound, which is fairly okay. Watching videos is actually a breeze because you don't have to cuff the back of the phone to get the audio louder. You can pretty much watch a YouTube video and enjoy all the clarity because the sound is coming right at you from it. Well, one thing I didn't like about this phone is the camera function. Let me put the S2 there for reference. Now, this is supposed to have just plain easy burst shot mode. Real simple to use. You're supposed to just be able to basically hit the camera button, because as you can see right there, camera shutter button right there, and video record button, so it's separated. You don't have to switch between camera and video mode. Just right there from the camera. And this is just the part that I don't like. So taking pictures is a breeze, as you guys can see. You guys can easily launch the picture from right there. And it's got really good zooming, so I can zoom in, zoom out. Really cool. But the burst shot is what lags. Let me go back to camera, and I'm going to take a couple of burst shots, and you guys will actually see how laggy it can get. So now you want to actually work really good. Okay, you guys can catch that. I don't know if you guys caught that. There was like a quick lag. But the burst shot is it's fairly good. Don't get me wrong. Fairly good. I'm snapping a huge bunch of photos, but yeah, right now it's actually working good. Curse you, Desire, making me look like a joker. But anyways, but what happens sometimes, and I think this has to do with when you have a lot of RAM usage or whatever, is it'll begin to start lagging, and when you hit the camera button maybe 3 or 4 times, those finger presses will register at about a 2-second delay. And it starts to lag, and that's kind of what I was trying to show you guys, but it actually decided to work perfectly for you guys. So, oh well. Yes. Some things that I can say about this device, first of all, is that it's actually really good for what you pay for it. It $279.99, not bad. I got it for $199.99 at Radio Shack, and it's yeah, where could you go wrong there? But for it being the way that it is, it's actually quite refreshing to use Sense 5. You know, I'm excited to use Sense 5.5 when that becomes available with KitKat. And I hope that the KitKat update will actually bring this phone even more justice than what it already has. Hopefully it fixes the camera issue with it. Because sometimes when that burst shot happens, you know, especially if you're a person who likes, you know, do a little photography and you use your Android device to capture on-the-spot moments that you normally couldn't catch walking around with a regular camera, and you want to use that burst shot to catch every, you know, moment, you really wouldn't want the burst mode to actually just, you know, start lagging on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I know hopefully gets fixed with KitKat. But as far as it being on Jelly Bean, very, very good. Battery life, let me talk to you guys about battery life right now, and I gotta say it's a really, really, really amazing battery life. I've gotten basically about 2 days with it on standby, barely using it, and I think it would have gone longer because then I picked up the phone and started using it for text messaging and email, and it was basically at 32%. But 2 days, no charge, and it went down to 32% in 2 days. So that's really cool. Another thing is that for a power user, my fiance, she is a heavy user for Android devices. She will put it through the test, videos, music, text messaging, chat messaging, social networking, video uploading, picture uploading on Instagram. She does the whole 9 yards, and she's gotten about 18 hours on one single charge. So battery life on this, really, really good. For 2100 milliamps, really, really, really good. And the reason why I say that is because there are other devices that are like 2150 and people get maybe about 16 hours or less, just depending. And I think just for what this phone does, it really, power management is very, very, very well done on this device. I don't know, you guys have any questions about this device? Any further stuff you guys want to know? You guys can pretty much hit me up on Twitter, or you guys can hit me up on Kick Messenger. I did make a new Kick Messenger account, so you guys can hit me up there, or at my Google Plus profile. I'll put all the links in the description of this video. If you guys thought that this video was informative and helpful, give me a thumbs up. It helps out my channel. Thank you to the new subscribers that have subscribed. And if you are not a subscriber and you'd like to see more content from me, especially with custom ROMs, rooting, and all that good stuff, hit that subscribe button and come join the fun. I have communities on Google Plus if you guys want to join them too, and kind of like, you know, meet up, you know, kind of interact with each other as well as talking with me. And that is Android Virgins. Kind of weird concept name, I don't know, but I just went for that, so you guys can find that on Google Plus. Come join the community and share your opinions and stuff like that. Pretty awesome. And yeah, so as always, thanks for watching this review. And I'll do some more stuff with the phone later. I'll probably, you know, give you guys a video of like how it benchmarks and all that good stuff later on. Just keep it separate, but this was just basically a quick rundown. So thanks for watching again, guys, and you guys have a blessed day.